All right, guys. So let's talk about it. I am going to be talking about spiritual sickness. Spiritual sickness. Okay. Now, there are a lot of people who are sick, and the sickness is manifesting physically as cancer, blindness, foot hurting, I don't know, hand hurt, different things, many different things, right? And it would seem as if it just come up suddenly. You go to the doctor, you keep going to the doctor, keep going to the doctor, and they couldn't diagnose you until one day them just say, you know what, it is this or it is that. It is diabetes, it is cancer, it is AIDS, whatever the case may be, right? And they diagnose you with this sickness. Sometimes, most times, there are persons who remain undiagnosed because it doesn't matter how long the doctors are looking for our cause, there is none. It's not in your bloodline. It skips some people and it just come catch you. So let's say for example their great grandmother they get it and the grandmother never get it, then you get it, and so on and so forth. And there is no solid reason to say this is the reason why you have this. This is what is causing this. This is the root cause of this. Okay? You just get up one day with it. Whether you, your kids, your parents, your family, whatever. It is spiritual sickness. All of a sudden, the person get up, them got them bed normal, them get up, them heart swell, them foot swell bigger go rotten off on them within couple days. Or them hand or whatever the case may be. You see them start act delusional and whatever. And some people that say, oh, them strip and just run gone and whatever. You say, oh, them mad or them possessed or whatever the case may be. Spiritual sickness. No, this can come about in so many ways. However, the most two common ways is through witchcraft, negatively used on the person, and through what we would call generational curses, right? And it keeps coming down the line. Not because it is a physical attribute to your family, but because of some altar and covenant that was made generations before. And if it came through the negative use of witchcraft, somebody or some people, some group, whatever the case may be, went ahead and decided that, look, this is what we are going to do to this person. And the spirits now from that altar or that covenant that they made will show up in that person's life accordingly. So they may not know how it's going to show up in the person's life, but they will see it. And when they see it, they're going to be like, oh yeah, man, a good spiritual sickness, right? Some people would say, them send a blow feel or them set a trap feel, right? Spiritual sickness. You go to the doctor and the doctor tell you say you have this, that, and in between, and you're like, huh? What? How? And you're there with it struggling year after year, week after week, month after month. It come up all of a sudden. Some people just give up and just end up living um below their, what should I say now? Living below where they should be. That's the best way, make the simplest way we can put it. Right? Some people they will press, they will fast, they will pray, this, that, whatever. Some people will go to other forms. They might go try find out through some divination or whatever. And some of them will actually find out that it is spiritual sickness. You will know it is spiritual because doctor can't find a cure, doctor can't find a problem, doctor can't find a reason why you have this condition. It just pop up out of nowhere. And it's plaguing you and it's bothering your family and it's draining your pockets because when it comes down to these spiritual sicknesses, most of the times, if it is generational, as I said, somebody down the line forged a covenant, they created an altar, they did not know the effects thereof, so it show up in whoever life as some form of sickness, right? Now, the other way, as I said, is if somebody sent it towards that person place or thing. And sometimes it's not even you directly, them send it to them, send it to somebody else. But you were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And it catch you. And spirits don't always, recognize face. They are just going to be where they are supposed to be to do what they are supposed to do. So if you go there, dog them mess up, as they would say, right? And it show up in your body, in your mind, in your spirit as some kind of sickness. Your skin just start broke out in a sore, all kind of things just start happen, and you can't figure it out. No, there are ways we can deal with this. Fasting and prayer is one of the most popular ways in which you can deal with it in our culture, because most people are Christian, right? And bear in mind that when I'm talking to you, I am not speaking to you from a religious perspective. I am speaking to you from a more a metaphysical perspective, right? There are ways where you can deal with this. One of the things is that you're going to have to recondition your mind. That is one. So once you become aware of it, you are going to sit down now and say, okay, is this physical or spiritual? Me really did I eat bad for true? You understand? Were you really eating badly? Why you get diabetes? Or did it just come up all of a sudden? Pay attention. And it sounds simple, but pay attention. Right? Your belly just start get big. You're not pregnant. You don't have fibroids. Or fibroids don't run in your family. And then boom, you just all of a sudden get it. There are so many ways. And when people forge covenants and create altars and draw you in the mix, oftentimes you're not even aware. Sometimes you yourself go forge covenants and forge altars with people, places, and things that you are not supposed to, and you are not aware. Some of you are aware, but you were not aware of the effects, and the effects show up as sickness. Now, when you do your fasting and your prayer, if you're dealing with altars, you have to deal with altars. If you're dealing with covenants, you have to deal with covenants. You can't deal with Kim. Kim is just a person. You can't have the sickness dealing with and you're praying and fasting about blessings. No. You have to fight according. You have to get the tool according to the battle. So if you are not sure, you are going to now sit with yourself, sit with within your divinity and say, okay, is this physical? Is this spiritual? You are going to get the revelation. I am telling you. You are going to get the revelation. Once you get the revelation and you do what you're supposed to do according to your belief system, right? Whether you go fast and pray, I don't know, whatever you're gonna do. And I say whatever you're going to do because remember spirituality, all these things are principles, and you have to find a principle that works for you. That is why I say whatever you're going to do. I'm using fasting and prayer as an example because that is the most commonly used method on our side of the globe, right? So you go into your fasting and you say, listen, I believe that this is an altar, or I'm not sure this is an altar or a covenant. Reveal it to me. Once it is revealed to you and you deal with that altar, when you go back to the doctor is going to be as shocked as you. Or if you know where you do, you're not going to be shocked. When you go back to that doctor, they're going to be like, where is the cancer? They're gonna be like, hold on, now your foot did a rat now for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and then boom, just get up and it just alright. So healing took place because you cancelled out the effects of that altar and that covenant. So I don't know, may I try break it down like the best way make I break it down, but maybe I forgot to do a part two. But anyways, just bear in mind that there is both physical sickness and spiritual sicknesses. Once you are aware that you have a spiritual sickness, you have to deal with it spiritually. You cannot deal with it physically. Doctor can't help you. You have to get down in your fasting, get down in your prayer, find your word, and find what works for you and deal with it. All right? All right.